welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix show, season 4, episode 43. Absolutely exciting time of the year because all the releases that were ambitioned to come out this year are now dropping if they haven't already. 2023, we have been absolutely spoiled for choice, and Falcon 3 or version 3 of the Falcon player by UVI has now dropped, and it's growing up, and we're going to be looking at it on today's show. We're going to get straight into the sounds, but I'll quickly go over the overview of what is actually new or what is included now. It really has grown up. If you've ever played any of the earlier iterations of Falcon, version 3 it's really good, actually. It's becoming one of my favorite sampler romplers, if it's even that anymore. It's more of an instrument in itself. At the moment, I'm really enjoying the sound. So we're gonna explore and discover, if you will, today on the show. Before we do, a quick shout out to our sponsor. It is, of course, the Ridley Academy. Learn how to become a piano pro in just 21 days with Mr. Ridley himself. Here he is as he loads up, our friendly instructor there. You can do a free masterclass. I'll have a link for it down below. It is, of course, a bold claim indeed, but if you do become a piano pro in just 21 days, Mr. Ridley will be the man you want to do it with. So click that link down below for the free masterclass and check out the Ridley Academy on today's show. The sponsor, of course, watch the show first, but yeah, check it out. Ridley Academy. All right, so here we have Falcon 3. Infinite sound. Falcon gives you everything you need to create the sound of your dreams, delivering an extensive collection of cutting-edge tools in an open-ended, semi-modular environment. Now, I know that when people compare like Falcon, they compare it with something like Native Instruments Contact, for example, and that's fine. But really, I feel like UVI has gone above and beyond. Native Instruments, obviously, I don't want to compare the two because they are essentially two different things. Native Instruments has its huge sound libraries and instruments, and UVI does as well. But UVI, I like what UVI is doing on the graphical user interface end of things, and especially with this version 3, they've really upped the ante here. And you got some really nice visuals in terms of your effects. For example, like, I don't know if you can see it here on the screen, but if you are watching us, of course, on Spotify and YouTube, #subscribe, boom. Dual delay, you can see the dual delay effect there, which would come up in the plugin of Falcon in the new version 3, or any of their other amazing effects that they have, resonators and so forth. So powerful, inspiring effects. You've got over 100 high quality effects included in Falcon version 3, giving you numerous flavors of delay, reverb, modulation, filtering, EQ, amps, distortion, and more. Absolutely awesome indeed. You've got modulation, and you got events and scripting, so you can have like a beats, beat repeaters, those sort of things like MIDI, MIDI instructions. I don't even know if that's the correct word, but you know what I'm getting at. You can add all this additional instrumentation to this instrument to get it to do what you want it to do. But then, of course, there's already just a bunch of presets, which we're mostly going to be looking at on today's show. Now, the Falcon's interface is adaptable to your needs, from exploring presets and editing sounds to creating instruments. So you can actually create your own instruments, mixing multi-channel performances and more. Features like UE snapshots, program templates, extensive preset implementation, and tree view make realizing your inspirations all that much faster. So if you are a creator, of course, Falcon 3 is going to deliver on that. But I think let's just jump straight over, because honestly, I'm really impressed with what they've done. So you do have I don't know if you did before, but now you got this resizable, really nice GUI. The GUI is amazing. You see I can just expand it up like that, and I can make it quite massive. And you can see with this first preset that we've got open here, you can already see like what modulation I have, what effects I have. Actually, this is a filter EQ, and looks like we've got some oscillators down the bottom here. I think I've just opened up a very simple preset. These are our categories on the right here as well, which we'll look at in a moment. But it's all really nicely laid out. These are just a sound bank. banks of Falcon. So this is the factory sound banks of Falcon. This is what I want to show you on today. And they, don't get me wrong, these are really nice. So we'll just get into just playing with some sounds before we get over this overview here. But yeah, so let me just quickly show you when you do load the plugin up, because I want to show you what you're greeted with. So when we open Falcon version 3 now, okay, so you're greeted here with getting started. So you can have a look. Do I want to open analog poly, analog mono, analog supra, FM, and they all sound incredible. So let's just open up analog poly to get started. And here we've got a nice polyphonic analog synth sound, and let's just get stuck straight into it. We'll move our camera over to the keys here and you can have a listen to it. So you can hear it has a really lovely, rich and authentic sound. I've actually got an arpeggiator. You can't see it on my other little keyboard over here. Really nice. And when we explore around inside Falcon now, you can get across the effects really easy up the top here, and you can see what's actually, you know, what effects we've actually got on. And you got your events here, which has nothing, modulation, which has nothing on this particular preset, back to edit, and then back to info, which takes us to the top. But yeah, if we're, for example, if we have it left open on effects, so you can actually see what's happening here. I like this little visualizer they've got down the bottom here, and I could increase the mix if I wanted to, make it really wet. Just a ridiculously, really rich sounding synth sounds. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's go to my favorite. Now we're gonna go to arpeggiators. I know I've got an arpeggiator already set up on this keyboard here, but let's go to listen to what Falcon has on board for us in terms of arpeggiators. And here you can see we've got the preset, we've got this nice GUI, we're greeted with a little graphical user interface here for the arpeggiator. And we'll just play on the keys down below here. Here we go. All right, we'll keep going through. Really nice. That was 303 motion for those of you who want to know. Subtle, nice. We'll go to Up Voyage. Wow, super. Sounds like I'm going to space or watching some kind of space documentary. All right, let's look at beats. Wow, absolutely love this. Now, can I just make a quick little, not complaint, not a rant, but maybe a little request? UVI, I absolutely love what you do. And if you are watching this video right now, is it possible, and I dare say maybe there's some controversial or conflict of interest might be the better word, but would be so good because we have right here in front of me, we've got the brand new Native Instruments complete control keyboards, which are absolutely amazing. Here we got my action cam. There we go. Just causing you guys a bit of vertigo if you're watching us there. Absolutely love this keyboard. You can see that if I play a key, you can see it's registering in Ableton Live there. But you know what I really love, UVI, if you are watching this? Can we get integration or support with the Native Instruments NKS software? Because, man, you guys, like UVI and Native Instruments together would be a match made in heaven. Anyway, that's my request. I probably should have put that at the start of the video. And for those of you who are listening, you might agree with me. Maybe you don't. Put a comment down below if you want UVI and Native Instruments to hook up and become partners in crime, because they, honestly, the two of them together, whew. But maybe it's a conflict of interest. I'm sorry. Maybe I should, we'll snip this one out. No, just kidding. All right, let's keep going through. But yeah, I love UVI. I'm slowly, well, maybe not slowly, but quickly becoming a fanboy, especially with this update to Falcon. All right, now we're just choosing presets at random, and then we'll jump into different categories. Let's do one more arpeggiator. This is Fresh Air. Here we go. Let's have a listen to this. Yeah, absolutely love it. All right, let's jump along to our different sound banks. Now we'll go to a different category. So we looked at arpeggiators. Okay, I love chords. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but I got to check out chords. So we just randomly pick up chords. You get the lovely little GUI to represent chords there as well, which is really nice. Let's jump over to our keys. Here we go. Oh, this has a bit of a sequence on it. Now, I haven't even touched any of the parameters on these presets, but yes, of course, you can. There are macro controls here. If you want to just get some quick sort of effects going, you can do that. Let me just see if we can muck around with this on the fly. Here we go. So you can sort of get the sound where you want it. All right, so yeah, you could essentially muck around with the macros. It doesn't even sound like a chord now, there's no attack on it, but you know what I mean. You can basically get the sound you want. All right, let's go through a few more chords because I do love these indeed. Not a sequence this time. That's pretty cool. Let's check out another one, Retro Waves. Yeah, I'm a bit of a sucker for these sort of 90s rave stab sounding chords. All right, we're not obviously going to be able to check out all of the categories here today in the brand new library for the Falcon Factory, but we'll do our best to look at a few more. So they have MPE on here as well. Actually, that is something I probably should have mentioned and didn't actually realize. Let's pull up the GUI here so you can see it a bit bigger. Nice, there we go. They've got MPE functionality, something we skipped over in the overview. This is actually pretty cool. So I don't have an MPE. I do have MPE controls, but I don't have one hooked up at the moment, sadly. But let's have a listen. A little bit more expression on here. I guess we can't really show it off if I don't have an MPE controller hooked up right now, but very cool that they included this. I've got aftertouch. Maybe we can do some aftertouch here. Somehow it sounds really like three-dimensional in my headphones. I don't know if it's the preset. It's got a phaser on it. Really, really cool indeed that they've included MPE. Look, it's a little bit pointless me showing you without an MPE controller, but I'll have to try it with the MPE controller hooked up. Absolutely amazing. The sounds sound great too. I could imagine actually that just having a lot of fun with the expression on those particular sounds. All right, let's keep going through. We'll look at rhythms. And yeah, here we go. Got another whole new GUI. Okay, it's like actual sequences. Here we go. Let's have a look at this particular preset. This is very nice. There's a lot going on, and I'm just curious. We go to edit. You can go to edit there. Look at here. Here's our effects. So you've got a dual delay X up the top there. So we could really increase the mix on that. Send it to the back of the mix. You got a spectral decay here as well. You got a filter. You got a chorus, the chorus. So you're really getting the end there. I want to see events, mods. Nice set of macro controls there. And if we could just go back to info, that's just our bulk standard GUI. Really cool how you can just get in the back end like that and really just mess with it. We can add, of course, we can add like you can add the devices and so forth later on if you want to do that. But I think for the sake of this video today, we're just going to keep it really simple. Honestly, I'm blown away. This is one of the nicest and funnest instruments by UVI, in my opinion. UVI has made some incredible stuff, by the way, but Falcon 3, they've really nailed it. Here we go, got a nice little beat going. Okay, cool, so we got the beat changes as we go up the keys. That's sick. That's so nice. I've got another drum sequence here, multi. Oh, hell yeah. There's some really nice techno grooves here. What? Check this out. Oh, then they are nuts. There's actually a trap one here too, if you're interested. Actually, what is the usual tempo for trap? I feel like that's too fast. Probably like a 94. I got it around 94. Yeah, it'd be around that, wouldn't it? All right, Future House. Boom. All right, better put it back up into the 120s. just there you go. Instant future classic right there. Just one finger down. This reminds me of the good old REFX Nexus days. Here you go. One finger. Boom. One finger. All right. I actually really like that. It's a lot of fun. It'd be hilarious if someone actually made a track doing that. All right, let's check out Future House 3. Here we go. One finger. All right, that's too funny. All right, so we're still in the rhythm category, and you can see there's a lot of presets here. All right, we'll do one more. I'm enjoying these a lot more than I thought I would. Jungle Road. Here we go. Let's have a listen. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like 90s jungle, but that's cool. It's still cool. It's like a little ambient sequence. Okay, cool. I think we get the idea. Rhythms, sequences, they got it down. Let's look at something a bit more traditional. I guess an organ is a good way to do that. And now we've got a whole new engine, or not necessarily an engine, we've got a new GUI using the presets of organ. They sound amazing. Now, I'm not an organ player, so you have to excuse me for that. I feel like that's something they would play at church. Maybe go up an octave. And I that last chord, I got it wrong. Hang on. Something like that. If you want that real housey sort of sound, I guess you could get it with this too. Actually, let's see if you can get that housey sound. Yeah, like if you want that 90s house. Oh, well, didn't they used to do that? Like sort of, let's see what else we got. So it's like, oh, that's like a dusty old organ. Here we go, organ jumper. No, it's more of a futuristic sounding. No, we need a traditional one. Let's go back to gold times. Yeah, you can get that 90s. Probably a bit low. Anyway, you get the idea. You get the idea. 90s classic organs in the house right there. We've got effects, we've got keys, but we need to check out leads. So lead synths, I'm guessing it's using the polysynth engine. Although there we've got a new graphical user interface, new sounds, new presets. So it's monophonic. All right, we'll go find another one. Okay, another little sequence there. Lots of sequences. All right, you want those instant one finger hits. You've got them. I like this. Very nice indeed. What have we got here? Oh, we've got a Daft Punk. What? Oh, yeah. What is it? Oh, I'm not even going to attempt, but you know what I'm trying to do. A bit of defunk here. Anyway, I don't know it off the top of my head, but yeah. Defunk. That song gets stuck in your head big time. Big time. All right, let's go back to our presets. Having too much. Oh, here we actually have the Daft Punk sound. Now, UVI, being French, they want to do a nod to their boys, the Daft Punk boys. That's it there. We'll go down lower. Ah, it's something like that. That sounds great, though. I could do some real Daft Punk arpeggiators. I'm obviously having way too much fun here. I don't know why we're going back to that camera there where it's just like full screen of me. Boom! Sorry. I had too much coffee. Okay, cool. I think we get the idea on leads. Sound incredible. I got Germanic lead. What's going on there? Oh yeah, it's like your EDM lead. That'd be like... Oh, that sounds a bit like... That's Swedish House Mafia, isn't it? What is it? What's that? Maybe higher. That's Swedish House Mafia. And again, I love you can get into the back end of the effects, incorporating those incredible, really nice effects that UVI already includes. Ah, there's a heap in leads. You got a heap. Prodigy. You got Prodigy leads. Maybe lower. Prodigy? Anyone? Prodigy? Any Prodigy requests? Firestarter, maybe? What's fire? I can't even think of the melody. Okay, but we get it. X breather. Anyway, you can see I'm having a hell of a good time. We got strings as well. I mean, let's just end it on here. But here we got strings, slow attack. You want to get that soundscapey. Now somehow it seems like my must volume's gone down heaps. Not sure, or the output of this instrument's gone down heaps. Anyway, we can fix that in post. That's all good. Here we go. Lovely strings. Oh, that's just relaxing. Dreamy strings. Absolutely loving these instruments. We didn't even get to look at sequences here today, but we saw rhythms. We got the idea. I mean, yeah, you got a bunch of sequences as well. Here we go. So if you want that one finger hit, it's all here, but also might be inspiration. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it there. It is ridiculously good fun, and the presets are of an absolute high quality. I love how you can get in the back end so easily, and everything just sounds really nice. Falcon 3, absolute treat to play with. And there's just so much going on here, so much potential, and it's just a really nicely crafted instrument. Well done to UVI. Absolutely love this update. It's a free update. That's the other cool thing I didn't even mention. If you already are a Falcon user or you have the previous versions of Falcon, you don't even have to pay for this update, and this update is so worthy as an instrument in of itself. Like, it really is a very, very good upgrade for free too. It's ridiculous. But if you do want to get into the Falcon atmosphere or environment, I should probably say, not atmosphere, you're not going into the stratosphere out into space, but if you want to get into the Falcon environment, now is probably a little bit more desirable given the fact that they've updated and made this such an awesome instrument. You might be more curious about getting Falcon. The other cool thing is, if you do get Falcon, it's such a powerful player. The UVI has so many cool instruments that will work inside. I haven't actually loaded all of the instruments I have by UVI, but you can essentially play, I think pretty much all of their instruments work inside. Yeah, like I've got the Synth Anthology 4, which we've looked at on the channel before. And I've got that here, which I could load up into Falcon 3, utilizing Falcon 3. It's essentially just a synth anthology, which is really, really good, by the way. Check out that video if you didn't get a chance already. We're not going to play with that now, but yeah, so you can open up your instruments and expansions and then utilize the Falcon player here. But love it. Absolutely love it. That's it, guys. That's the show today. Stick around, because we definitely hit subscribe if you haven't already. And when I say stick around, I mean the next few weeks we're going to be covering quite a lot of there's a lot of new stuff still dropping towards the end of the year here, which is really, really super dope and exciting. So definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification for when we drop these weekly podcasts / shows. There'll be additional videos on the channel. Make sure to like the video if you liked it today. And if you want to become a piano pro in just 21 days, click that link down below. Free masterclass, nothing to lose. Just do the free masterclass, see if it's for you, and become a piano pro in 21 days. Click that link down below, Ridley Academy. Thank you to our sponsor, and thank you to UVI for letting us do this. I mean, they didn't do anything. I already had Falcon, but we updated for free, and I absolutely love it. All right, guys. See you next week. With all that said and done, peace out. Boom. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews, and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.